What is actually the best strategy for making money with the YouTube channel? Because there's AdSense, memberships, people selling merchandise, but I've tried all three of those, and even with 230,000 subscribers, they're not enough to make a living with. However, in April, I made over $100,000 with my channel ZTA Training using a system very different to what you probably heard before. And I'll be honest, this method of making money with YouTube is 100 times easier than AdSense or selling merch. So today, I want to actually take you behind the scenes and show you everything I did last month that helped me make over 6 figures in revenue. So let's go over to the laptop and break this down. Now I'm splitting this into two sections. First is the video strategy, how I brought in the leads to buy my course, and then the sales strategy, how I turned them from viewers into buyers. I want to make it very clear before starting that this is by no means perfect. I'm sure there's people who are far better than me at this, but this system right here is making me 6 figures a month right now. And if it can work for me, anybody can do it as well. First, you're probably thinking, who's this guy? This guy has no subscribers. Why should I listen to him? So I'm the face, creator, founder, CEO of ZTA Training. Over the last 2 years, this is when we started taking it seriously. This is when we started monetizing our content. And ever since then, we grew over 1.3 million followers here on Instagram. Our audience is really big on TikTok as well, 1.5 million followers. And as well on YouTube too. So if you search up ZTA Training, you're gonna see 230,000 subscribers on one page, and we also have a shorts page that has 600,000 subscribers. So we're the biggest educational soccer page in the world. Second, what type of videos do I make? In order to be able to monetize, you have to create educational videos teaching someone how to do X things as a whole. So for the short form content, you're gonna be able to see there's one piece of content that we create that is pure educational, which is these types of videos. And then there's one that is pure entertainment. So let's look something like this. So you see 100,000 likes. For the long form content, which is our bread and butter, for ZTA Training, the long form pieces of videos. So this is the biggest moving lever in any business. So we track every single sale that we get through our program. YouTube in of itself is measures for around 50 to 60% of all sales. So this is just to show you like the power and impact of long form content. So for short form, we have almost 3 million followers, 1.5 on TikTok, 1.4 on Instagram, but altogether that only comes out to like 30% of our course sales. YouTube generates 60% of sales, even though there's much smaller audience here on YouTube, but that's to show the power of long form content. So our strategy with YouTube is very, very clear. Every single video that you watch on our page is pure educational. We have tried in the past to go a bit more broad with the entertainment. Ultimately, what it does is it brings more eyes and eyeballs to our page, which positively affects the ecosystem. And then once they watch that video, they'll get pushed another video. And that being said, they're most likely going to get pushed an educational video right after. So it ultimately helps on the monetization side, but indirectly. Third, our CTA, it stands for call to actions. So for every single one of our videos, if you scroll through our Instagram or through our YouTube, you're going to see that every single educational piece of content, and almost 90% on Instagram and TikTok, they're gonna have some sort of call to action, getting the person to take action on that piece of content. What that does, it drives them to our program for them to purchase. So as you can see, people are commenting banger because at the end of this video, there was a call to action. Comment banger and I'll send you a free training video that'll show you how to improve or how to get better. So when they comment banger, they're gonna get pushed our masterclass, which is our VSL that sells our programs. They're gonna put in their email and then they're gonna get that piece of content, which basically sells our program. With YouTube, the strategy is a little different, right? We just have our VSL as a video posted and highlighted on our channel. So for every single video, 90% of videos, our CTA is either click the link in bio and that goes into our sales page, that goes into the funnel, the value video, the VSL, or what we do a lot of the times is we have a video CTA at the very end. If this helps, and if you want to see the journey I took to getting a trial, go give this. Second is how do you convert viewers into buyers? So for YouTube specifically, what you're gonna wanna do is, as you can see our descriptions, it's very short and it has our funnel right there in the very first line, it has a CTA and then it has the link to our funnel. And this way you're selling it, it stands out right in front of them and it makes them aware that you have something to sell. Now, how can you copy this to make money with YouTube? First, you have to find the right niche. How do you find the right niche? Well, ask yourself, What are you educated on? What do you know? What are you an expert in? What specific knowledge do you have? That is your niche. And even if you may not have a specific piece of knowledge now, you can learn a specific piece of knowledge. You can learn it, work for free until you become a master at it. Second, what should you be selling? Don't do what I do with ZTA training, because you gotta understand, we've been in the business for so long and we sell to kids. Fundamentally, that is broken, right? So it's very hard to obviously crack it and get it right in this space. So don't do what we do with ZTH. So what should you be doing? You wanna be in the info product business. So you wanna sell and teach people how to make money off of your service. Because what that does is there's a money incentive to buy your product. What I mean by that is people are more likely to buy something that makes them money in return. So fundamentally, you wanna position yourself in the space where you're selling something that makes someone money. That is the easiest way to sell an info product and make a crap ton of money. And that is what we do here at Create and Monetize. This is besides ZTA training. Me and my business partner, Otavio, we run a business, a coaching mentorship program where we teach creators how to grow an audience and then monetize that attention. Just a disclaimer, I'm not selling you on Create and Monetize, but that's just to show you what we do here at Create and Monetize. So here at Create and Monetize, this is what we do. Right, as you can see, this is our Stripe. From May 1st up until May 9th, we've made $21,000, right? So we made a crap ton of money. This is a lot easier to scale, and this is where you want to be in business, where you're selling an info product, something that has a money incentive for the client, so they're more likely to purchase that service. Now, last and final question, which videos convert best? You may be thinking the videos that get the most amount of views. Not really. The videos that convert the best and the most are videos that are pure educational. So create educational videos that solve problems. Do not think of content from a vanity metric, just increasing the amount of followers that you have, amount of views that you get, because ultimately that isn't the goal. We want to give viewers the right way, which is through educational content. And we want to look at content from a conversion standpoint, because it doesn't matter how many views you get if you're not making any money at the end of the day. So you want to create content that converts. And how do you do that? Is by creating educational pieces of video that solve problem and provide solution to problems and struggles that people are going through in that specific niche. And that is exactly what we do here at ZTA Training. And that's what I'm going to start doing here with Create and Monetize. So yeah, subscribe. Make sure you're clicking and watching all the future videos if you want to learn how to make money and monetize audience that you've created here on YouTube, Instagram, or even TikTok. Take care.